Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the FU Career and Placement Office Pre-Employment Preparation Talk or PEP Talk webinar series for the first semester of school year 2021 to 2022. I'm sure for the regular PEP Talk viewers, you know me already, but for those watching us for the first time, this is Ron Gascon, the coordinator of the FU Career and Placement Office or CAPO. I'm also a faculty member of the Interdisciplinary Studies Department of IAS or Institute of Arts and Sciences, and I'm also your MC and moderator for this afternoon's PEP Talk webinar. Pep Talk is a regular virtual series designed to prepare the students for employment by equipping them with the necessary knowledge through talks focusing on various topics delivered by industry professionals and experts. And you can see on your screens now the previous Pep Talk webinars that we have conducted from the previous semesters up to the present. They are very much accessible and easy to find. You may always rewatch them at your most convenient time at the Career and Placement Office official Facebook page and, of course, the FU YouTube channel. Today's webinar is also being live streamed via Microsoft Teams in both the FEU and CAPO's official Facebook pages. To participate later in our question and answer segment, you may submit your comments and questions anytime by posting them at our conversation page. It can be found at the right side of your screen if you're using a desktop or at the live Q&A tab if you are using a mobile phone or other portable device. And for those who are following us and watching through the live stream in our FEU Facebook official Facebook page, we really encourage you to engage with us by also posting your questions or reactions on the comments section. And this is something that we really anticipate as we progress in today's Pep Talk webinar. In today's digital landscape, finding an internship program has never been this challenging due to the restrictions brought by the pandemic, as well as the availability or the scarcity of virtual internship opportunities. In effect, more companies are now stepping up their game in terms of how they can redesign and migrate their apprenticeship program into a full virtual setup. With this, let us find out more about the important factors and practical tips that Tamaraws need to consider in order to become successful in their virtual internship journey. FEO Capo presents today the Pep Talk webinar titled The TAMprentice, Finding Internship in the Digital Landscape. This webinar episode is also brought to you by our digital media partner, the Marketing and Communication Office. Stay tuned as we discover more about how we can step up our game in our online internship journey from our Pep Talk resource speaker today. Just a reminder, please make sure that our microphones or your microphones rather, the audience, no, for the live audience are on mute to avoid causing any unnecessary interruptions. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Let us maximize our time by learning from today's webinar. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the opening remarks and introduction of our resource speaker, may I call on the Director of the Career and Placement Office, Miss Maria Carmencita Babes Suva Alfonso. Hi, Ma'am Babes. Good afternoon. The screen is yours.
Thank you very much, Sir Ron. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. A year ago, when pandemic came, we were all aghast, and it felt like our world stopped. Everything changed, especially in school, from on-site to off-site or online classes, and from face-to-face to online activities and school transactions. While it felt like our world stopped, we at CAPO or Korean Placement Office asked ourselves, what can we do? Shall we wait for things to get better? But why wait for for good things to happen when we can make it happen now? Hence, the recalibration and migration of our activities to be able to continue on providing opportunities to our dear students. Since then, the FEU Career and Placement Office has successfully run a series of webinars to orient our students the basics of working, finding a job, essential know-how on entrepreneurship, gaining higher studies in pursuit of their career goals amidst the new normal. We have successfully rolled out all other online activities designed to help prepare our internship and graduating students for the new world of work. Online mock interview with coaching, online exclusive recruitment or ORETAMs, or online recruitment exclusive for Tamaraws or ORETAMs, which is FEU's virtual job fair in partnership with the Prosple. And our student exposure to partner organizations, our student expo, and our Young Leaders Educational Dialogue, or ULEAD, to name a few. Let me show you a short video clip of CAPO's activities the previous months. Video, please. Ms. Kat? For this semester's activities, please check out our event posters and calendar of activities. We shall be posting this in the official FEU social media sites and, of course, Canvas, through Canvas, no, our learning management system. As we provide a holistic approach in our students' career development, we continue to offer meaningful activities and programs to help prepare and guide them in their life design, whether they want to have a successful career, build their own empire, or become a freelance professional to thrive in the new normal. For today's episode titled The TAMprentice, Finding Internship in the Digital Landscape, we will learn more about the important factors and useful pieces of advice to become a successful internship student. No? And this internship would actually pave the way, okay, to a successful career eventually when you graduate, right? This pep talk topic today is very relevant as we continue to adjust and thrive in this new normal way of doing things, not only in school, but in the long term, the world of work as well. On that note, I would like to end with my usual reminder. While it is not going to be easy to sort out the challenges in this new situation that we are in, always remember our mantra, be brave, because Tamaraws have always been resilient to whatever comes our way. Always remember that. And now, without further ado, allow me to introduce our resource speaker. He is a graduate of Bachelor of Arts in Psychology from Mapua University. He previously worked with Crew Philippines, first as student volunteer, then as a full-time worker who trains students in values and life skills. He also took his experience as a trainer to the food and beverage industry, equipping employees with the skills necessary for success. He is currently the University Partnership Manager of Prosple, an Australia-based education technology and career services solutions provider. Prospel's mission is to help every student get the best possible start to their careers. Ladies and gentlemen, on your screen, Mr. Stephen Dumlao. Sir Steve, thank you very much for being here. The virtual floor is yours.
Thanks, Ma'am Babes, and hi everyone. I'm very happy to be here and I'm very excited to share with you some of the things we've learned about internships. And so let me just share my screen. All right. So finding internships in the digital landscape. What we'll be covering today. So we'll discuss why internships, what is the digital landscape today, what employers are looking for, how to show employers you have the right skills, where to find internships, some practical tips or steps you can do, and then we'll do some question and answer. But first, let me introduce myself. I am Steve, University Partnerships Manager at Prosple. A little bit about me, I am a newlywed. So I recently got married last April. And it's very interesting because just a week before my wedding, the government imposed stricter lockdowns. So from 70 guests only 8 people were there at my wedding. But it's amazing what technology can do.
Yeah, congratulations.
Oh, thanks, ma'am. As I'm saying, it's amazing what technology can do. Through technology, more than 100 people were able to attend online. And I'd like to introduce who we are. Again, we are Prosple. Our mission is to help every student get the best possible start to their careers. So we started in Australia. In 2015, we launched Grad Australia, which is essentially a job site like Indeed, Caliber, Job Street. But the main difference is we cater best to fresh graduates. So from the way we do search, the content we provide, all of this caters to helping you get the best possible start to your career. In 2019, we launched Grad Philippines, now called Prosple Philippines. And we're bringing our technology, the things we've learned here in the Philippines to help Filipino students get the best possible start to their career. We have Prosper that's partnered with FEU in conducting your virtual fairs, in having your own careers directory, and we have partnered with top universities in the Asia Pacific region. In the Philippines, we have partnered with a number of universities, and we are trusted by the world's leading graduate employers. So that's a bit of background of who we are. Right, let's get into it. Why internships? Why do we do internships? Why is it important? Is it just a requirement to get your diploma? I remember that was how I was thinking when I was about to go do my internship. I have to go through the motions just to get my diploma. But now what we have learned is that internships help to advance your career. Again, internships help to advance your career. Let's first define what an internship is. So, an internship is a paid or unpaid position in a company where interns gain valuable opportunities to learn and gain work experience. Internships can be full-time, they can be part-time, they may be required as part of your degree. Interns are Internships are valuable learning experiences for university graduates. So I don't want you to miss this. Internships help to advance your career. What do you get when you do internships? A couple of things. First, you gain valuable experience. You learn from those who have been there, done that, those who have years of experience in the field, those who are experts. Secondly, you can test drive different job functions and areas of specialization. So when I did my internships, I did one at an HR department of one of the companies based in Makati. And so I was exposed to different facets of HR. And what I discovered is that I don't like doing payroll. There were a lot of papers, handwritten notes were hard to read. So I decided this is not where I'm going to specialize in. What I discovered is that I enjoyed doing training, which led me to my other jobs and ultimately here at Prosper doing training, helping universities and students. Next, it gives you insight into the business and the company. You are able to discover, for example, if you're considering this company to apply for a full-time job, you're able to discover what their culture is like, what the leadership is like, what the people are like. Next, through internships, you improve your employability because you gain working experience that you can place on your resume. And you can also get reliable references through your workmates on your internship. Now that makes a lot of difference when you get references from workmates where you did your internships. And point number 3, you gain full-time work opportunities because learning goes both ways. You are not just gaining experience, employers are also seeing potential hires in action. Ideally, employers would see you doing a good job and they would absorb you. So take advantage of that opportunity. Another one, internships build life-changing networks. Did you know that 85% of jobs are filled through networking? And later on, we'll discuss more about that. So that's why internships are important. It's also important to know what the digital landscape looks like today. With the pandemic, things are changing. And so this is a summary of what the digital landscape looks like today. Number one, machines are taking over jobs. So there's automation, there's a rise in tech companies like Grab, Lazada, Shopee. I wonder if anyone here um, bought something yesterday, 11/11, or just added to cart. Next, it there's an increase in technical roles with new technical skills. With the development of technology, there are now new job positions, job roles that didn't exist 5, 10 years ago. Number four, the world is getting smaller. Companies are hiring from other countries. Say, for example, our company, Prosple, we are based in Australia, but I have teammates in India, in Indonesia, in Malaysia, in Pakistan, of course, in Australia, and in New Zealand. So companies are hiring from other countries. Work from home is becoming more common. Digital identity, your social media pages, your profiles, they are now becoming, they bear more weight. Employers are now looking at that. There's higher level of accessibility from food, gadgets, even jobs. Before, job seekers would go door to door to companies to apply, but now everything is on the internet. And the last point is COVID-19 has accelerated the development of the digital landscape. From the World Economic Forum, COVID-19 is pushing companies to scale remote work. As I've said, it's becoming more common, to accelerate digitalization, and to accelerate automation. Now, finding in finding internships, it's also important to know what the job, the graduate job landscape looks today. So two charts here. On the first chart, this represents that the number of people with degrees is steadily increasing decade by decade. And on the next chart, what we'll see is that it's not only people with degrees, but the number of people with degrees having good grades, they are also increasing. And we have surveyed more than 100 leading Australian employers. This data is from Australia, but please bear with me. So in 2020, there was a survey of more than 100 leading Australian employers, and what we found is that for every one entry-level job, there are 42 people fighting to get that job, that single job. Now, to put that into context, Australia just have over around 2 million college students. How about here in the Philippines? Currently, according to CHED, there are 3.4 million enrollees on the year 2029 to 2020. What does that mean? It means now more than ever you have competition. There's a lot of competition. So let me summarize this point. First, there's less traditional internships because of COVID-19. Virtual internships are now becoming more available. Employers are now taking in, or they're developing ways that they can offer virtual internships. But there are more college students now than any other time in history. And there are more college students with high grades. What does that mean for you? There is more competition. There's a lot of students looking for internships. There's a lot of graduates looking for jobs. And so, how do you get your internships? You have to stand out. And in order for you to stand out, you have to know what employers are looking for. So, what are they looking for? So, we asked employers, what do you assess during the recruitment process and how important are they in your selection decision? And these are the top answers. Employers right now are looking for communication skills, they're looking for teamwork, interpersonal skills, resilience, understanding of the organization, self management, initiative, enterprise, emotional intelligence, planning and organizing, leadership, commercial awareness, and technology. Does anyone want to guess the next two here on the list? It's relevant work experience and university grades. Not to say that university grades are not important, they are. It gets your foot in the door. If there's a lazy recruiter, that would be an easy way to sift through or filter all the resumes, all the applicants. But what we are finding is that employers are looking for things. They're looking for more than just grades. They're looking for these skills. And so, in order for you to get that internship, as a matter of fact, it also applies when you're applying for a full time job. You have to be able to demonstrate, you have to be able to show employers that you have these skills. And according to the World Economic Forum, in the next 3 years, in 2025, this will be the top skills employers will be looking for. There's analytical thinking and innovation, active learning and learning strategies, or how well you learn, complex problem solving, critical thinking and analysis, creativity, originality, and initiative, leadership and social influence, technology use, monitoring and control, technology design, programming, resilience, stress tolerance, flexibility, reasoning, problem solving, and ideation. So now we have figured out what employers are looking for. Now, how can you show these employers where you'll potentially do your internships that you have these skills? You have to show them a very practical ways to show them through your CVs. So build up experience on your CV. These are the things employers are looking for, and how can you show that on your CV? Place these things on your CVs or on your resumes. If you have a leadership role within a college or student society or a sporting team, place that there. If you have done casual work, temporary gigs, freelance assignments, place that there. Basically, anything that shows the employer that you have the skills that they are looking for. Other things here, you can place there your contributions to university clubs, student societies, or other membership bodies. Take on roles in sports and in sporting organizations, especially if you have leadership role in organized sports, because that shows that you have resilience, you have leadership, some unique hobbies and interests, volunteering and fundraising. If you have launched a small business, place that there because that shows you that you have skills in planning and organizing. Or taking on a short course to gain a micro credential. And another practical way is if you have opportunities to practice public speaking and collaborating, place that there because the number one thing right now that employers are looking for is communication skills. Basically, what I'm trying to say is place those activities, place all those experiences that show you take on responsibility and you have initiative, that you are a person, you're an interesting person with depth of character. Now, what does an interesting CV looks like? It looks something like this. Short, no more than 2 pages. You place in 10% would be your education, and 90% would be the skills or the experiences that show that you have communication, that show that you have leadership, that show you that you have initiative. If you have questions, by the way, if you have questions by the end of this session, I'll be happy to answer and address those. So comes the next question. Where do you find internships, especially now in the digital landscape? So you know what internships do. We have identified the digital landscape today. We know what employers are looking for and how to show employers. Now, where do you find these employers? And the best answer we can give you is through networking. Networking can give you a serious advantage. Did you know that for graduates who are looking for their first employer, they found it through networking? And that's also the same with finding internships. My tip for you here is to start networking at an early age right now to build up the people you know. It's really true. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And so, how to use networking to find internships? Here, what networking channels work best? One that works best is directly approaching the employers, or you can ask family and friends. You can ask if you've done part-time work, you can ask work contacts or your work network to refer you. You can ask colleges, your professors, your lecturers, and attending virtual fairs, career fairs, and information sessions. Now, what other strategies can you use to network? Attend, as I've mentioned, attend career fairs and information sessions. Ask for introductions. Just get out there and ask. A great tool is LinkedIn. Build your network there. And then cold calling, cold email, walk-ins. Later on, I'll discuss this further. But directly approaching employers, like sending them a message, sending them an email, asking them about an internship, a potential internship in their company. So here are some practical steps about networking. You can find internships online. Use your university career directory or use ours. You can use social media. You can follow employers that you would like to work for. You would like uh, to do your internships in. Companies now are readily posting through social media that internships are possible at their company. Third one, attend career fairs and information sessions. In fact, next week there will be one by Prosple on Tuesday. I'd like to invite you to that. Just visit our website at ph.prosple.com. It's a good way to build your networks, get information about what it's like working in a particular sector. We feature sectors in engineering, in IT, in BPO, in retail, in health, among others. Next is cold calls, cold emails, and walk-ins. What I mean by that is if there is a company you'd like to do your internship for, but they don't offer internships, get out there and ask them. If they say no, we don't offer internships, tell them, can I be your first intern? Just get out there. If I were an employer and a student would come to me and ask me that, I would say, there's something very interesting about this person. I'm going to give him a shot. In fact, a really good story is here at Prosple, there was one instance like that. There was this teammate that we weren't really hiring at that time, but he just approached us and asked us and then showed us his CV and we thought he was a very interesting person. And so we gave him a shot, and he did well. Another thing is think outside the box. What do I mean by think outside the box? A lot of you might be thinking of doing your internships at big companies. Now, the popular ones. But in those companies, the internships you might be doing would be just if it's a physical internship, it might be like, oh, take this paper, photocopy it, sharpen these pencils. And so, what I'd like for you to think about are smaller employers. Ask smaller employers for internships because that way you'll be exposed to a number of roles. You would be able to decide which job function you would like to do, which you would like to specialize in. You gain more valuable experience. You work with a team. And so, my challenge is aside from building your network, asking people, social media, is to think outside the box. At this point, what are some practical tips? With all that we've discussed, what are the next steps? So very simple, build, build, build. Number one, build your network. Again, attend career fairs and information sessions, ask for introductions, network through LinkedIn. Very important, ask help from your university career center. They have a lot of wisdom, a lot of experience, and so go to them. Also, do cold calling, cold email, or walk-ins. Number two, build your CVs, your resumes. Include skills that employers are looking for. Again, I really stress this. Ask for help from your university career center. Ma'am Babe, sila Sir Ron, and Kat will be very happy to help you. And the third one, the third build, is build yourself. If you aren't already, start getting involved in extracurricular activities that demonstrate skills that employers want. Now, just an anecdote, when I was applying for one job, uh, there was a time in my life that I had a hard time getting a job. And so what I found is I need to upskill myself. I need to learn. And so I took a free course online that just took me 2 weeks, or it could have been finished in a week, but I took it for 2 weeks. I finished it in 2 weeks, got the certificate. It was for free. I got the certificate, placed it in my resume, and within a week, I got a call back and I got different offers because of that. And so it's not too late if you haven't been involved in extracurricular activities or experiences that show you have the skills that employers are looking for. You can start now. And that's also my encouragement in building yourself. Never stop upskilling yourself. Learn, learn, and learn. And so by doing all of these things, I guarantee you these will help you find internships in the digital landscape. And so I hope this helps and you've learned a lot. And at this point, I'll be happy to answer some questions that you may have. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much, Sir Steve, for such insightful, informative, and of course, it gave us a very interesting overview of what to expect in our students' journey in their virtual internship that they actually anticipate in the coming semester. And we are now, of course, inviting our participants to send in their questions to Sir Steve because it's really important for us to really clarify or maybe ask questions about the things that you might want to talk about regarding your preparations for your internship. But while we're waiting for such some questions now to come in from our participants, there is one question here from our audience from the live stream.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to. It says here, I wanted to do an internship in a multinational company,
Yep.
but I'm afraid that my resume will not support this plan because of the lack of extracurricular activities. And I think earlier, Sir Steve, you also mentioned about the idea that the grades are also equally
Yep.
important as well. So, what are the advice that you can give to this dilemma that the student might not be too confident to try internship in a multinational company, given the fact that um, the student doesn't have much of um, extracurricular activities or even joining student organizations back in college? Yes.
Good question. And thanks for that question. Like I've mentioned, it's never too late. There are a lot of communities, even online communities that you can participate in. There are short courses on the internet, some paid, some for free. And with those, you can gain micro credentials that show employers that you have initiative, that you are someone who is willing to keep on learning and keep on improving himself or herself. And so start building that if you haven't already, and that will help you land that internship. And it also applies with applying for a full-time job. It will also help you in that. So I hope that answers your question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you, Sir Steve, no, for reiterating the need for you to really, I mean, to make sure that it's something that is learning is continuous, rather, no, even in the time that you're looking for internship, that you can still do upskilling, retooling, and of course, gaining more knowledge, no, like what we're doing right now. No, you're attending your
Yeah.
pre-employment preparation talk, um, presented by Career and Placement Office, and of course, being here is already a good step, no, that you're doing to actually equip yourselves with
Yep.
knowledge, right? There's a question, anonymous question, interesting. How can I get an internship abroad? I think it's a broad
Yeah.
question, but I think it's relevant as well. No, especially that most internships now are virtual, or maybe in the future, if it's possible already, to go outside the country. Sir Steve.
Great question. As I've mentioned, the world is getting smaller, and companies are now open to hiring, uh, offering internships and even full-time roles to people in other countries. And my tip to that is do your research, go online and see if they offer internships, and then reach out to them. Ask them if they offer internships, specifically their internships to students here
Mm-hmm.
in the Philippines. But keep in mind that internships are sometimes different in other countries. There's a required hours that you have to complete, and it varies from country to country. There is sometimes some internships have a lock-in period of a month, 3 months, and so you have to be aware of those as well when you are applying for internships in other countries. But again, the point there is go out there and ask, reach out to them. Don't be shy.
Mm-hmm.
Show that you have initiative.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for Sir Steve, no, for that reminder that we have to keep on looking for potential internship sites and a position, and it's always okay to accept that maybe if you're not accepted, you did not get no the that particular position abroad. You can just have to try it again, no, and learn from the experience, no, prior to that particular. We always say that mistakes or failures are also part of the data, and
Yep.
that's something that you can also use, no, as you progress with your application, no. So good luck to our student here who asked that question, looking for an internship abroad. Okay. There's another anonymous question here. Good day, sir. Is it better to limit my CV or resume into one page only instead of submitting more than one? What's your take on this, Sir Steve?
Good question. I would recommend limit it to two. If you can do it in one, go ahead. As long as you're able to demonstrate the skills that employers are looking for. But if there are what I would say is if there are skills, so you also have to research about the company. For example, if they are like an IT company, put in there all the activities that would make them realize that you are someone worth giving a chance to in their internships. Put in coding projects, hobbies that show them that you have done your some coding practices or IT practices. And so if that takes one page or two, as long as you're able to demonstrate to employers that you have the skills that they are looking for, do that.
All right. So going back to the content of your presentation earlier, Sir Steve, you mentioned that in the CV, it's good that 10% is dedicated to education and
Yep.
90% should be dedicated to the skill sets, that would make you really desirable, and will show the potential that you have, in a particular company that you intend to apply for internship. Yeah. So I think that's a good way. It's really something that we don't want to put some sense of a formula, how many
Yep.
pages, but yeah, I think it's about how you package yourself, that you show your potential, and of course, in relation to the job position or internship position that you're looking for. Yeah, that's a good advice note. Thank you, Sir Steve. Another question from Cham or Camelot Canelas. What are the preparations you do po in an interview? So let's contextualize this. Contextualize rather. No, we might want to look at it specific to an internship interview,
All
right?
right.
Yeah, Sir Steve. Yes.
Uh, Good question. My number one tip for that, and also to promote the Career Center, is consult the University Career Services. Sir Ron, Ma'am Babes, and Kat, they will be able to help you a lot with that. But in terms of preparation, do your research, know the common questions to be asked. There's a lot of resource on the internet. Again, I can't stress this enough. Ask for help from your university career center. They are there for a reason. They are there to help you. And so know the questions, but it's also important to know what you are looking for. Prepare some questions that you would like to ask that company, like how do they conduct their internships, what are the skills that they'll be able to teach you. So aside from preparing for their questions, also prepare for your questions. If you have questions, that shows that you are really interested in working in their company and not just sitting there doing the interview just for the sake of having an internships. You really want to be able to show employers that you are interested in them and you are researching about their company.
Thank you, sir, for iterating, that the Career and Placement Office is really here, to help our students. And of course, with the help of our industry partners, including Prosple, definitely, we would like to also make this an opportunity to, of course, tell to our students here who are about to take their internship that we have online mock interview with coaching activity. In fact, we will have that this coming November 23 and 25. For those who would like to take this opportunity, then you can just check, our internship, and of course the OMIC rather, in our Facebook page of Career and Placement Office. So thank you, Sir Steve, for that. No, this is another interesting question from Joseph Luis Barrera, our our Suki, in our pep talk ULID seminar, and he's also my former student, I think,
Ah,
in one of the general education courses. Hello, Joseph. Good afternoon, Sir Steve. What will be the impacts of online internships vis-a-vis the traditional internship to our real job application in the future? How will the virtual internship background affect our job application?
very good question and a very relevant question. Now, there's a difference with traditional and virtual internships. There are advantages and disadvantages of having virtual internships. So let's first tackle on traditional internships. What are the cons? Of course, traffic, uh, travel time,
Yes.
um, the money you do for like your pamasahe.
Hmm.
Um, but then when doing traditional internships, you are able to work closely with a team. You are able to work. You are able to gain experience working in an office environment where people are there working together. Now, those are just some basic things. Now let's go to virtual internships. What are the things you have to know about virtual internships? For one, there you should have a high level of self motivation and self discipline when doing virtual internships because your boss is not there. There are no people there to remind you that you should do this at this time, you should do that. You know, the temptation to go on Netflix, to go on social media, to play Mobile Legends is there. And so if you opt to go to if you opt to apply for a virtual internship, just be prepared to show employers that you have initiative and you have self-discipline. Because again, we want your internships to help you advance in your careers. And so we don't want anyone to waste that internship. Another con of doing virtual internship is that again, there's distance. So you the context of working closely with the team is not there because physically, not saying it's not possible. It also depends on the company how well they are able to integrate those people who are remotely working. So it also depends on the company that you're working for. But that's one of the cons of or the things that will be challenging when doing virtual internships. What are the pros of doing virtual internships? Of course, you work from home. It's cheaper. There's no travel time, so it's all there doing virtual internships. And so, what possible impacts it might, uh, how it might affect your future work? If you do virtual experience, you should show your potential employers when you're looking for graduate jobs that you are still able to work with a team. You are a good team member. You have high initiative. That even though your boss is not there, your workmates are not there, you're able to execute your work. And so that's how virtual internships can impact your future job search. Again, this is still early, and especially here in the Philippines, employers are just figuring out how to do virtual internships. But I think there's a great opportunity to learn and to maximize virtual experiences, or I mean virtual internships, and how that would impact your job search. So I hope that answers your question.
Yes, thank you, Sir Steve, for that such insightful comment and or answer to that question. And the bottom line is, regardless whether it's traditional or virtual, we are still being also measured and evaluated based on the skills that we learn, or also the kind of thinking, the mindset that we have. No, so it's really about discipline, resilience, hard work. So these are the things that we both see in the traditional and the virtual setting of our internship. So thank you for clarifying that, and of course mentioning, the idea that more on the we are looking more on the pro, or the advantages as well, so that it will help us understand the need, for us to be successful in the virtual setup, of our apprenticeship, right? So there's another anonymous question. I think this is would say second or third to the last question. Are e-certificates or certificate of participation obtained from forums like this useful for resume?
Yes, yes, especially if that certificate is a verifiable certificate. So not all certificates are all the same. There are
Mm-hmm.
certificates that are verifiable through blockchain in the internet. So that brings more weight because that means you really attended them.
Mm-hmm.
You really participate in those um, forums, in those sessions. I would say yes, they do have a value in placing them in your resumes. It shows that you are a person that really steps out there, willing to learn, getting information from industry. So yeah, I would encourage that.
Yeah, it shows your mindset, your attitude, your practices, when you try to attend virtual conferences, and of course that will help beef up rather, your credentials and your resume. So thank you, sir, for clarifying that. Another anonymous question, second to the last. Is it okay to pass resume to all possible internship sites, or should I just focus on to one company? Thank you, sir.
Well, where do you want to conduct your virtual internship? My I would advise against that.
Mm-hmm.
The way I would look at this is, because you want your internship to advance your career, you should know where to apply or where to do your internships. It's also important which company you work for. So, just a short anecdote: when I first did my internship at the H, one of uh, so I did three internships uh, because that was what was required for us back then, back in the day, for me, at least for me. And on
Mm-hmm.
the first one, I had an internship with this company in their HR department somewhere in Makati. And so what I would do, so I got accepted there. What I would do is I would go to the office, I would sit on my table, I would wait, I would have lunch, wait again until 5 p.m., and then go home. What kind of an internship is that? I didn't learn anything. And so, is that the kind of company you want to apply for? My advice would be, identify which company you really want to work for or you want to have your internship. Identify which company would give most value to you through the experiences you'll be having, the people you'll be learning from, and focus on those companies when applying for your internships. Again, we've mentioned how to stand out, what to put in your
Mm-hmm.
resume, how
Mm-hmm.
to show employers you have the right skills. Focus on those employers that will really give value to you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting advice, to Sir Stephen. Also, you mentioned repeatedly earlier that students must do research about the
Yep.
company, and of course gather your energy, your resources, and your effort, no, to a certain company wherein you feel that you have more potential, no, to improve yourself when it comes to the skill sets, and of course, no, the career path that you see for yourself in the future is really aligned to that particular company. Instead of just submitting to all, it's not like the more entries you send, the more chances of winning.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it's really more of really researching about the company and trying to focus all your attention, your energy, and of course, yeah, making sure that you'll be successful. Hopefully, in that particular category or sector of the industry. Thank you, sir. I will go to this last question from Princess Eva May Manacho. In the interest of time, definitely, we'll just read this question. Is it okay to include freelance jobs you have taken in your resume, even though you do not have certification for it?
Yes. Yes. Include it there. When it comes to the interview, you can explain to, again, the bottom line is, show employers you have the skills that they are looking for. And
Mhm,
so when you place that work there, you should also include what you have learned or what
mhm,
experience, what skills you demonstrated doing that work. Don't just place that item there for the sake of placing it there.
mhm.
The bottom line is, for everything that you place on your resume, it should show employers that you have the skills that they are looking for.
Yeah, I remember this one student, no, from our online mock interview with coaching. She's also asking similar question wherein she mentioned that her freelance job is actually to do auditing or inventory of their small milk tea shop every night.
Mm-hmm.
But she's not sure to whether she will be including this in, or she would be putting this in her resume, because it's their own business. No, so I
Mm-hmm.
think that's a good advice. No, it's really about the skill that you learned from such endeavor or such particular part-time activity. No, what is it that you have learned from there? No. So thank you so much, Sir Steve. Much as would like to read all the questions, Sir Steve is really busy today, but we will be asking him to answer some of the questions that we still have here. And of course, this has been a really a very interesting and engaging discussion with you, as all our students. We'll just send our questions to Sir Steve, no, so that he can also answer this in his free time. Moving on, of course, no, in our pep talk webinar today, we understood the concept, no, of the digital landscape and how it affected our chances, and of course the things that we need to do to prepare for our virtual internship, and of course what employers are really looking at or for, no, the potential candidates. But what's really important is that's internship is really part of your overall design of your career development. And it's really something that we need to prepare because we have to start first on a high note and end in a successful journey. Thank you so much, Sir Steve. There you have it. Before we officially conclude our pep talk for today, we would like to present first the certificate of appreciation to our dear speaker. Let me read the text first. Far Eastern University Career and Placement Office Certificate of Appreciation is awarded to Mr. Stephen Dumlao for his valuable contribution as speaker during the Pre-Employment Preparation Talk webinar series titled The TAMprentice, Finding Internship in the Digital Landscape. Given this 12th day of November 2021 at the Far Eastern University, Manila, signed by Maria Carmencita Suba Alfonso, the Director of FEU Career and Placement Office, and Generoso Pamitan Jr., PhD, Assistant Vice President for Academic Services. Sir Steve, before we officially end the webinar, are there any parting words or final pieces of advice, final thoughts that you would like to share with our Tamaraw internship students and pre-internship students, and of course, our general audience?
Sure. My final piece of advice is to never stop learning. Learning doesn't stop after you finish your internship. It doesn't stop after you've graduated. It doesn't stop when you have landed the job of your dreams. Learn, learn, and learn. It will not only help you, it will help your family, it will help your community, and it can be something that you can really be proud of. So never stop learning.
Thank you so much, Sir Steve. Really interesting. It's simple, but that's something that we must embrace right now as what we need to do no, in this crisis, health crisis that we are experiencing. We need to continue to become lifelong learners. At this juncture, we would like to thank again our speaker, Mr. Stephen Dumlao, for gracing our pep talk today with his valuable knowledge and experience. To all our students in attendance, please do not forget to answer the online student activity evaluation form, and we will provide you with your e-certificate of attendance. For updates, please regularly visit the Career and Placement Office official Facebook page. And we would like to also invite you again to another Pep Talk webinar this coming November 24. The title of our webinar episode is The Tamnocrats, Technologies Used in the Workplace. On behalf of the FU Career and Placement Office, we would like to thank again our digital media partner, the Marketing and Communication Office, for making this live webinar possible. Many thanks also to our dear students, faculty members, and employees for joining us, even our alumni who are currently watching in our live stream. We hope that you've learned a lot from today's pep talk. And as we end, may we invite everyone to join us in singing the FEU hymn. This is again your MC and moderator today, Ron Gascon. Keep safe, everyone. Be brave. Tamaraws.